Good morning, everyone. Just getting my mid-morning steps in my dressing gown because it's freezing. So I shall look a little bit more presentable in about 5 minutes. So all the work is wrapped up for the day. Started bright and early, had a really early night last night. Had a little bit of a line for today as well. So I literally had like 9 hours in bed or something. So felt super once I grew up. Felt like I was full of life, full of energy, full of focus. One big thing I've actually noticed is through that's better. So a huge thing I've noticed since being able to really nail down my sleep and increase the duration of my sleep is I'm waking up and my ability to focus is far better. Even with less caffeine in place, I can really zone in and focus on my work so much more. So my productivity has been better and the quality of my work I feel like it's been better. I'm able to get a lot more done and I'm able to actually be a lot more productive for longer. So like the focus that I do have through my work is a lot more sustainable now than it has been before, which is great. So it's all happy days. I think that just highlights the importance of how important it is to rest and make sure that you do get quality sleep in. I know a lot of people, coaches, resort to using a lot of nootropic, etc. And even I do sometimes for the days where I know, it's going to be a huge day. But especially recently, I literally feel like I've had nootropic all the time because I'm mentally and physically fresh. Like this is another huge reason why I don't tend to work with too many clients, because I believe the quality of your work will represent who you are and what your business is. And for me, that quality will never suffer. So I wouldn't ever risk my name or the quality of my work to suffer through just aiming to get a little bit more finances. It's just not who I am, and it's not the person who I ever want to be either. Because I love this sport and I love my business. I love coaching, so I'm not really willing to sacrifice the quality for quantity. And I feel like there's a big fine balance in your given day for you to be able to actually commit and give back the service that is of a very high level. I don't think that you are able to do too much of that on a daily basis. If you are realistic, there's only so much that your brain can process, especially at the level that we do it. It's not so simple because there's so many things that I need to break down and consider when it comes to each individual, checking each individual person. So mentally, it can drain you, and it is very challenging mentally as well to be able to break everything down and process everything and make the right decisions. And one thing that I believe would potentially happen if I tried to bite off more than I can chew is I would not be able to make the correct and right decisions to be able to get the results that I do with people. And I think that's key, especially for a sustainable business model. It's something that I very much value and something that I believe many coaches will see a lot more value in when they get a little bit more in the game. Like many people forget, I've been coaching pretty much full time for about 10 years now, just under. So I've done my rounds and I've definitely come to a place now where I know what I need to do to kind of take things up to the next level, and that is more so focusing on quality rather than quantity, and that's something I'm very big on. But anyway, time to begin the day. I'm just going to get like a little quick changeover makeover, get my dressing gown off, get my actual cardio top off, get changed, get presentable for you, and tell you all about today. Everyone always asks, what is the special concoction for pre-workout? And the special concoction for today's pre-workout, I'm going to treat myself to prepare. Definitely my favourite pre. At the moment, all my other sessions, I actually stick to actually having a coffee and the pre-pump, which is an amazing pump product. But today, I definitely need the extra kick, extra focus as we are squatting. So I'll tell you a little bit about the session very soon. However, 22 grams is what I normally have on a high training day with a small coffee. Or what I actually do is a mix, a little bit of dial in this as well to get my caffeine content up. Because with this actual prepared, there's only 250 milligrams of caffeine in it, which isn't that much of a high stim. However, all the other ingredient profiles are amazing on it. Obviously, patented ingredients, what does that mean is the actual pharmaceutical ingredients that are used within this product. So they have to use accredited ingredients that are used obviously in pharmaceutical games, so they cannot skimp on this, whereas anyone else who don't actually use patented ingredients in their products in the supplement industry, they can basically use whatever they want. So what might say on this little label here might not actually be true. So when you actually use it, you have to be kind of mindful of what you use and if the quality of products are there. With trained by GP Nutrition, we'll both know that they are, because again, they go the extra mile. If you want yours, Kuba10, make sure you use the discount code, save yourself 10% off. Obviously helps me out as well. So yeah, that is the choice of a pre for today. I will do another separate video on what I do for my pre, post and intra workout supplementation, but that will drop on a separate video. I'm gonna have to watch something to do with leg days. There is a leg day video from Rough Diesel, so watch a little bit of that, and then we'll probably watch something very, very hardcore, probably like Blood and Guts or something. So yeah, we'll see.
It's about work, it's about sweat, it's not nice. You know, it's not shiny, it's not cosmetic. It's work, man.
It's not been a bad morning actually.
Good.
Yeah.
So we have arrived at the gym. Got Mr. Dave Crossland himself here. The freak of nature.
No, the fat of nature.
Listen. Anybody that knows Dave knows what Dave used to look like. So that doesn't really count. Only thing that counts is, you know, where he was. Dave actually comes down at the end of every month to UltraFlex in Rotherham to do blood work for people. He does visit other gyms as well. So if you want to get in touch with Dave, there's always a link in the description below in every video. But I'll let Dave talk a little bit about what he does on a week to monthly basis, because you visit a lot of gyms, don't you? Yeah, so I'll let Dave fill you in a little bit, guys.
So we run Eval, which is a blood testing company. We specialise obviously in the fitness industry, particularly around users and keeping them somewhat safe with what they do. We have clinics in Bradford, Glasgow and London and Huddersfield. And then we have a mobile unit that visits gyms at a weekend. So we're at UltraFlex last Sunday of every month. And then the other ones, generally you'll have to check sort of the IG or the Facebook to see where we are with them, because they change all the time. And that's it really. We're a little bit different to most blood testing companies, because not only do we obviously test your bloods, but we then give you advice on the results, which is relative to what we do. So it's not generic, and it's definitely not safe advice. It's more a case of, you know, right, you're this is high or this is low, recommend taking this, that or the other in order to bring that back into line, and that sort of thing. So productive advice that can help you and keep you safer while you're on your usage.
Yeah, it's definitely an invaluable service. I always talk about in videos, and you know, there's harm reduction in every field you can imagine in the world, but I think what we do lacking is obviously specifically towards bodybuilding and sports in general, because believe it or not, it's not just bodybuilding that does a lot of harm and damage when it comes to the source. I'm not going to mention the words, but you can all imagine what goes off in the higher end sports. So Dave definitely is a very knowledgeable person from experience and from obviously years of obviously doing the research and educating himself as well. So he's definitely a good person to obviously rely on, and this is why I specifically use Eval for my blood work and Meg myself as well. So get in touch, get yourself checked. Right, so just going to get this set up now, get my setup perfect, I'm either going to use a wedge or I'm going to use my squat shoes, I don't know yet. I'll test it out, but that's going to be all for talking for this session, so that is it, game time. Fuck me. Focus! Right, switch it back on now. Time to make a fucking comeback. Show me now. Show me your fucking minerals. Everything you've got. All day, all day. Beautiful, lovely. Every rep like this, yes, own it, own it. Yep. Own it, Pierce. Let's go. There we fucking go. Let's go. Yep. Let's go. 4 reps. Switch it on. Don't think about it. Just get it done. Aggressive there. Yes, Pierce. There we fucking go, Pierce. Let's go. Come on. Work. Yes. 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 One more rep. One more rep. Do that fucking rep. Do that fucking rep. One more fucking rep. Move yourself. Let's go. Yes. 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 Fuck. How many reps you get? How many reps you get?
I think it was like 8.
8?
Yeah.
16 reps we've got to get there.
In reserve.
This is what Jordan used to do to me. He used to fucking mug me off. And he used to do double reps to whatever I used to do. Obviously that would never happen on any exercise anymore. However, I'm going to mug Pierce off now. I'm just going to go. You just fucking tell me, yeah? Don't fucking bother now, let's go. Just make sure I do not go too fucking quick. Let's go then. What? There. Right there. Let's take this side. Pretty. Just fucking went over. As long as you can see how deep I'm going back, my foot, maybe a foot. Right. Let's fucking go then. Switch it on. Yeah? Okay. Sorry, man. It's okay.
How did that set feel?
Oh, lovely. That's what we're here for, innit?
Do you know what though? He literally gave his fucking everything on that set. So I needed to double his reps and get extra 2.
So now he feels fucked and emasculated.
Now he's in the toilet. He's been in there about 15 minutes spewing his guts up. Respect though. He's back into it. He's back on it. Sparta. That's how we roll. Come on. It's focused, man. Immaculate. Every rep like this. Don't look back in. Do not look back in.
There we go. Microphone. Back in. Beautiful legs, mate. Rifle. Every rep like this. Way back. Perfect. Come on. Keep moving him. Good. Come on, mate. Beautiful. Come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. Easy. Easy. Come on. Work for it. Come on, mate. Come on, just switch it on. Okay. Stay focused. Come on. Come on. Yep. Let's go. Let's go, mate. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yes. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Go again. Take one. Take one. Okay. Told you. That's a fucking ballerina.
What's he like, Mark?
A fucking idiot. Again! Work! Again! Again! Come on! Take it there! Again, motherfucker, let's go! Right! Again, one more! Take it! Yes! Can't get out. Yep, let's go. Yes. Yep. Come on. Let's go. Come on. On your own. One more rep. Okay then. I'm over with you. Let's go. More. Yes. Come on. I'll see. Hold on. Yeah, grab it. Have you, yeah? Just get back. Look at my legs next time. Okay. That'll stop me now. That'll stop me now. Fuck me. That fucking adductors. It like, if you really take the set all the way, you're gonna feel it in your gooch. If you don't know what gooch is, Google it.
It's what you want her to be, she never will.
Jack's just showing what the gooch is.
How was that session for you, Meg?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was actually really nice to do that squat because it doesn't hurt my elbows compared to the Smith squat. Because you can kind of be there and not stretch them out. So it was actually really nice. But I liked it. It was good. It was nice to add a pause back onto the leg press as well because I think that's a little bit more taxing compared to obviously the non. So no, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I feel like, do you know that video of you're gonna have to get up for people? Arnold when he's like laying back on the sofa and just sparks up a joint. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but that's literally how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat this meal, wait 2 hours, and then literally bedtime today is going to be no later than 8 o'clock because I am mashed, but I feel amazing. That session was incredible. Honestly, we've made some adjustments to programming now, and every single session has movements in there that really bring out the best of me. And luckily enough for me, these are the movements that are very productive and contribute a lot towards what I need as well. So you have to play your game right when it comes to exercise selection, because I believe you have to pick the movements that are right for the job and pick the movements that are going to emotionally get you to really switch it on and bring something that will challenge you internally. That's just me speaking from experience, and obviously speaking from experience with coaching a lot of people, a lot of driven individuals, a lot of people with similarities to myself as well. And what I have found is you can sprinkle some certain things into the equation with programming to really bring out the best of people, and movements like the squat patterns, flat dumbbell press that I'm going to do end of this week, RDL. These are the movements that truly challenge me, and these are the movements that are so engraved in me. So I've hold a massive emotional attachment to them, and that in itself, pushes me hard to be able to perform and do my best in these sessions. And the session was incredible today, all around. First time back, 205, 4.5 plates on the safety squat bar for 8. It felt easy, looked easy, good depth. There's a lot I'm going to work on from a stability standpoint, a bracing standpoint. I don't think I need the heel elevation at all, and I think that in itself will make a big difference. So next session, I know for a fact I'll be able to take 5 plates and just build up from there, and that's exciting because with how comfortable I felt in that movement today and how good it felt, I'm really excited to get stuck in, and there's another great session lined up for tomorrow as well. So super happy, cannot wait to get stuck into the remainder of the week of training, especially now people have seemed to have left me alone a little bit in the gym. as I went through a period where like people just pulling me away in the direction, and that's been nice because I love training back at Rotherham. I love training at UltraFlex. You know, it's a very special place to me, but at times it's hard when you've got staff coming to you and you've got members coming to you when you're trying to train. So I think people are kind of respecting my own time a little bit more now, which is amazing. So very grateful for that as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm going to eat a meal and probably reply to some of the clients and then switch off for the night. Oh, I'm going to take the dogs out as well, do some training with them. It's Caesar's training time in about 30 minutes. Yeah, it is, so happy days. Thank you, guys. Please share, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and I'll see you again soon.